Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap. Tyler Perry's The Oval, The Missing Link, Child, Season 5, Episode 2. Baby, we are back another week, another Tuesday, another episode of The Oval, and it is the hot mess of it all that is for me, child. A hot mess. Okay, apparently Sam, he came in there with them rubber bullets. All right, he said, I ain't gonna put you down now. I'm gonna give you this warning. It was not a dream. Okay, this is the real deal. But I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. And I was like, really? Okay, Sam, I see you, because that means you really said that to Priscilla, child. I didn't think you had it in you to be talking to Priscilla that way. And he had her shook. Listen, he had her shook. He had me shook. But Bobby was like, he know what he doing. Now, over at the White House, we still trying to figure out what's going on with Hunter, making sure that he's taken care of. We over here, officially putting in the vice president to take over in the meantime, temporary, so Hunter could get back on his feet. And he was not even in office for 2 seconds before he done told daggone, Donald and Carl, see you later, okay? Do not, pass go. Do not collect your $200. Get the hell up on out of this White House, all right? You ain't got to stop to pick up nothing or any of that. I said, okay, I see you. You getting real cute, Mr. Vice President. And I need Simone to wake up. Yes, we know Victoria is the Wicked Witch of the West, baby, but your husband is trash, 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 too, okay? For a minute there, I want to jump through the TV and slap Nancy. I'm trying to be considerate and understand that Nancy don't know what's going on. She does not know what she do, okay? She don't know. She done got messed up on them damn hallucinogens, and it got her bugging the heck out. But she was about to have our man arrested until the doctor said, no, it is not true, okay? We done found these daggone flowers, and we know something is going on. So they like, well, where could she have got them from? Oh, it's a cult, okay? There's a whole cult out here in these streets. And speaking of cult, that is exactly where Jason is at now. Are they gonna find out who he is, and is that gonna make them want to hold him longer, or is it gonna make them want to let him go, let it flow? We don't know, but inquiring minds want to know. In the meantime, Alan, why the hell you acting like this is so impossible for you to believe? After everything you've seen and you've been through, you still over here talking about some, oh no, I don't believe this is lies, this is conspiracies. Dell dumb behind went by the hospital to see Kareem, so I guess he ain't make it to Allen's house yet. And Lily, why the hell you calling Bobby? Bobby said, I ain't got time for that, because he trying to race to the freaking White House to get over there to Sam. Baby, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Take it from the top, break it on down. You know how we do. So, honey, we started right back over at the hospital. Like I said, Nancy over here bugging the hell out. She talking about oh, it's him that abused me. And the doctor's like, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I'm going to have to go ahead and call some help. Like, why are you saying that or whatever? And like I said, wouldn't we have some type of forensics? Wouldn't the people that came there to begin with when he was working on the CPR have been able to give this information? Don't we see what kind of wounds it is around her neck and so on and so forth? Why are we wasting time with this? And not to mention, you can clearly see that Nancy is confused as hell. Even she keeps saying to him, well, if you didn't do this to me, then why is my neck hurting like this? Why do I have this brace on? And he's continuing to try to calm her down. Now, I'm like, this is all cute and everything, but I want to know what the hell happening with Bobby and them. So we go over to Bobby and them. They said, we gonna show you, girl. And she's over here checking him or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, you don't actually have no bullet holes and there's not no blood, so what's going on? Of course, she's still pretty much in shock and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, wait, what, he had on a bulletproof vest? Well, yeah, but we also found out that this was actually rubber bullets, but she's like, well, damn, those still could be just as fatal or whatever. Okay, and he said, yeah, Sam clearly knew what he was doing, all right? This was basically a warning. If he wanted to take me out, he would take me out, and he's saying that he okay, but he is a little sore. And listen, I don't know about rubber bullets, but I do know about daggone BB guns, all right? And I had a whole hole in my leg, and that thing was hurting when I got hit with a BB gun, and I still got that mark to this daggone day. So I'm going to believe what he's telling me about the rubber bullets, honey, okay? And so at this point, he just telling her to run some cold water, that he's going to go ahead and get in that. I guess he has experienced this before. And he asking her to pour him a drink, and she's saying okay. And she just keeps, apologizing to him over and over and over. But really, technically, it ain't her fault. But of course, now his ego is hurt. He's pissed off. On top of this, he ain't even get no daggone behind or whatever. So here he come talking about well, let's stop wasting time. What was you doing here anyway? At the end of the day, you don't want me. I really don't want you. The only reason why I was even going along with this was because I was hurt. And I'm glad he finally admitted that, because that's what Max was trying to get him to admit for more before anyway. I just really wanted some attention, and you wanted to use me to piss him off. And of course, Priscilla over here trying to say that's not what she was doing. But he was like, that is what you was doing. At least go ahead and admit it, And she said, well, I did want to make him jealous. And yeah, so that's exactly what you did, girl. Okay, you made him jealous and then some. So he was like, the bottom line is, because she was saying maybe you right, and he like, I am right. He was like, I didn't want to be with you. You didn't want to be with me. It just basically was about sex. Now here go Priscilla, excuse me. And it's like, you heard what I said, girl. I said what I said, right? I wanted to get off and shoot. You was looking good. I was going to take that chance, okay? But I'm going to take a cold shower, whatever, and you go home to your angry husband. So, after that, he had basically asked her for the drink or before, and she was saying okay. And I guess she never made it. So he talking about well, where's my drink? She said, child, you could go ahead and get that shit for yourself. Like you said, I'm going to go on home. And she picked up her purse and left. I said, ooh, I'm pissed off, Priscilla now. She said, get that shit your damn self. Now, over at the White House, Sam shows up. He not telling freaking Max where he been or anything like that. He just saying he handled his business, and, he pretty sure he'll hear about it later. Talking about ask your friend Bobby. And Max is like, don't tell me you went over there to the hotel, right? You'll find out soon enough. But I'm here now. What's going on? What are we doing? Don't we need to get over to the office to where he's at? And so, of course, at this point, I'm sorry, child, Lord, remembering these people names. The vice president gets over to where Donald and the first lady is at. And, Donald and him, of course, it's no secret that they don't like each other. They both kind of going back and forth. And Donald was trying to cover up the fact of what's really going on and say, we don't need you here. We don't know why you here. Not knowing that damn Victoria already called him. And then Victoria's telling him some, just go with it. And it's like, beg your pardon, what the hell are you doing, right? And so, of course, he's saying he needs to step in, that he hoped the president's going to be fine. This is temporary, but he got to go ahead and handle his business or whatever, right? And she's over here like, Eli, just go on. What was you saying? We need you to go and get signed in right now. And he's like, well, of course, we don't want people to know that the president OD'd. And Donald was saying he didn't OD. Who told you that? Whoever told you that gave you the wrong information. And he looking at Victoria like she got 3 damn heads, wondering how the hell he know. I said, yeah, Donald, pay attention, okay? And so, child, she just basically kept telling him to be quiet. She over here talking about some girl, let me run this. I'm doing what I gotta do. She was like, yes, he did OD, because Donald was trying to say it was just an allergic reaction. And she was like, ain't nobody gonna believe that damn story or whatever, right? But I mean, honestly, they've been believing whatever stories y'all been giving all before. So I don't see what the difference with this is. Y'all been spinning it, right? But we know that she already have ulterior motives, and that she obviously is trying to get, this thing in with Eli now. And so he's saying how, hopefully Hunter will be better, and him and Donald's going back and forth. You don't want him to have no damn, full recovery, do you? And, Eli talking about, yes, I do. And Donald talking about, I don't believe you. It's like, who cares what you believe or don't believe at this point, right? And so she's telling him to go ahead, get sworn in or whatever, and that he's going to be put up to speed with everything. And he goes to walk away to the office. Of course, Sam and Max just end up following behind him, and Donald and Carl is still standing there. And so Donald was like, what are you up to? What's really going on? What's the truth? Because this is not making no sense. Why the hell would you call him and be giving him info or whatever? You have ulterior motives. I don't trust you. You probably trying to take out Hunter the same damn way you was trying to take out Jason. And it's like, no, I'm not, and I wouldn't do that and all of that. And she's like, yeah, no, I don't believe you. I don't trust you. So you're not going to be able to get in there with him. And she's like, who's going to stop me? Okay. it had me cracking up when he told Cal, watch her, don't let her out of her sight, and don't let her nowhere near the president. She talking about someone, what he posted to, okay, fight me, So he say he gonna go ahead and step away from a minute so he could see what the heck is going on, and he told Cal to stand there with her. And of course she proceeds to keep going on back and forth with Cal, oh, well, what are you up to, and what are you gonna do, and how do y'all do it? And Cal is like, what, excuse me, what do you mean by that? You know what I'm asking you, okay? I'm asking you, who does who, okay? Who's zooming who? Do you do him, or does he do, do you? I know all about it, right? And so of course, he's just with the typical man, no matter what the hell she say. And she's like, yeah, and what's going on with Jason? How was he able to get away with, have y'all found out anything else about him? No, I haven't, man, but we will be on it. We're going to find out, see, he did have help, and he had very sophisticated help. So she was like, in other words, the help is better than y'all. Y'all got 24 hours to go ahead and find him. And he's like, yes, man, we on it. We are going to do that or whatever, right? And then she walk away, and he just left there standing by himself, and he pretty much like, I hate that bitch. I'm like, yeah, we all do, right? And so now, child, they wasted no time. They sworn that freaking daggone Eli in so quick, fast, and in a hurry. And not even 2 seconds after the lady walked out the door, he turns around and tells Donald, you're fired. And Donald is like, excuse me? And he was like, you heard me. Get the hell out of right. Get to stepping. Like, don't stop. Don't collect anything. Get the hell out of here right now. Why are you still standing in my face? And Donald was basically going, yes, sir. And then telling him, you smell good and all of that. While Eli looking all upset and frustrated, and he's like, yeah, this is not going to last long. You're not going to win with this, so enjoy your 2 seconds that you got in here, all right? And Donald go ahead and leave. He's telling him, take Cal with him too. So we see back over at the damn Rockadooshis, honey, Jason done pretty much met his doppelganger, okay, his brother, as he would say, we look like we could be brothers. You could go ahead and leave him here with me. It's fine. At first, the security didn't want to leave him with him, and he's saying how he taking him to the highest, and he like, the highest don't be one to be bothered or whatever. And so he ended up telling Jason to sit, and Jason is pretty much just keep telling them, you can't keep me here, you can't hold me here, I want to get the hell up out of here. They telling him to calm down, telling him everything gonna be all right. And they like, what's the rush? We could see that obviously, you want to run from somebody and you looking really scared and whatever. And Jason is asking, what is this place? And he's like, the Rockadooshi compound. He like, okay, Rockadooshi, what is Rockadooshi? Like, that sounds great, but I'm gonna need to be going. I got other things to damn do, okay? I'm just gonna get the hell up out of here. But they continuously telling him that he can't leave, and he's like, no, I can leave. You can't tell me where I can and can't go. So, child, on the one hand, I could care less. I feel like Jason's was supposed to have been damn dead or whatever. They, he's telling them this is illegal. On the other hand, I'm a little curious to see that now that this involves Jason being there, is that actually going to make this go somewhere? Because we know that nobody else seems to have been able to touch them. They can pretty much do whatever the hell they want to do and all of that different kind of stuff. Or is this actually going to be a benefit to them where it's like, oh, good, they got Jason, so, just leave him there or whatever, right? But they basically was telling him he's safe. He really is safe there. Don't worry about it, and he could stay with them and all of that. Now, for whatever reason, right, Bobby did get a call because Sam, of course, was telling Max, like, yeah, go ahead and, call him if you want to, because he was saying that he was going to call Bobby and have him relieve him. And when he calls, Sam is not telling Max what happened, and Bobby's not telling him either, but you can clearly feel the tension and know that something did happen. And he's just like, all of a sudden, his voice and stuff changed, where at first he was like, well, why do y'all want me at the White House? What difference do it make? What happened and all of that? So, oh, he there? I'm on my way, okay? And so he was asking, like, what did he say? And he was like, he pretty much said he on his way. He was like, yeah, I bet he did. This should be fun when he get here. And Max keeps saying, what am I missing? Is like, you'll see. So on the way over there in the car, who I'm calling him but Lily, and I didn't get this call, girl. Like, why you bothering Bobby all of a sudden now? You ain't want to be bothered with him more before. So I have to agree with him. He's basically like, okay, what are you calling me for? What's going on? She's saying how was a dead man in her bed, so that does get his attention for a minute, where he's like, what happened? Why is there a dead man in your bed? And she's basically like, oh, because, of course the cop came in here trying to go after damn Donald. And he like, did he get him? She like, nah, he didn't get him. He had a prostitute here, and he ended up getting him. And he's like, what? And she was like, yeah. He was like, so what are you calling me for? Like, he still was confused once that part started to sink in. And she was like, I just wanted to talk to you. I need to talk to you. And was basically trying to get him to come over there. And he was like, yeah, nah, okay. Got to talk to you later. Gotta go, girl. I got bigger things to fry, bigger fish to fry. And she talking about something useless. I said, girl, just as useless as you, okay? Now, moving on from there, we back over at the hospital. The daggone cop over here putting the handcuffs on Richard. Richard telling him, listen, I done told you everything. I didn't do this. You making a big mistake. But if you want to arrest me, then just go ahead, take me downtown already. Get it the hell over with, right? And the coppers keep telling him, if you tell me the truth, then I could go ahead and let you go. I really don't want to do this. He's like, I did tell you the truth already. So the doctor ends up coming out and basically saying, no, this is a mistake. This is not right. He is innocent. He is telling the truth. And the cop is like, what? And he's like, yeah, he is. So he starts to ask Richard, like, can you please tell us what actually happened or whatever? And it's like, how many damn times he gonna tell you? He was like, oh, I know you telling the truth because your wife is all over the place. She's really confused. And he was like, I already told you that. So then he starts to talk about that. She basically told him this was last month that Richard supposedly choked her and that she was just waking up. So he already knows that that's not the case. And he starts to talk about this flower that he found on her. And he's like, but that's not the medicine that you was talking about, right? And Richard was saying how she had got around these really bad people and they gave her this stuff. And ever since then, he's been, she been bugging out. So he over here talking about, have you ever heard of anything called Angel's Trumpet or, what was the other thing? Devil's breath or something like that. And he was like, it's a very dangerous Colombian flower and it really will have you out here spaced out hallucinating and things. And he was like, she had it in her clothes, she had it in her pockets. So basically Richard is like, what? And she was like, this is definitely something to be concerned about, right? People commit all different kind of crimes when people are on these flowers or whatever, right? So it's fitting basically what we see going on with her. And this is going to take a long time to get out of her system. This is something that's very, serious. Do you know where she could have gotten this from? So of course Richard is like, oh damn, there's this damn coat. And he like, coat? He said, yeah, her coat, whatever, right? The cult members must have given it to her, right? And so he was like, this could have killed her and they definitely gonna have to watch her. So Richard is saying, how long is this gonna take? And he said, it definitely is gonna be some time. Meanwhile, the whole time they talking, this is literally the cop looking at Richard, looking at doctor, looking at Richard, looking at the doctor, looking at Richard, looking at the doctor. Now, one apology, not let me go and call this, call this in, not let me write nothing down, nothing. He looking like, woo wee, this is a good gossip story right here. Y'all spilling some tea. And that was it. It went about his damn business. I said, damn, they could have had him at least taking some notes. So, clearly we see that this is a situation where Richard didn't do this and we saying that he gonna have to go ahead and be patient and see, how long it's gonna take for this to get out of her system and what things she gonna be able to remember, later on and things of that nature, right? I was also cracking up because Eli had told Donald, like, I ain't never like your ass, I'm never gonna like your ass, and I couldn't wait to get rid of your ass, right? And in the meantime, I'm just thinking, like, damn, Eli, so you still ain't never go check on your freaking wife, like you really are the trash of the trash, the scum of the scum, okay? So, Donald comes back and he wants to know where the hell Victoria done disappeared to. And Kyle's like, I'm not sure. And he tells him to get on it and find out where he's at, find out where she's at, I should say, right? And so he radios that in. And in the meantime, Alonzo, I don't know why, comes back and is standing there as if he's about to stand there and be on guard. And Donald was like, come over here. What the hell? Do you want to tell me exactly what happened? And of course, we're going to have Alonzo looking like a damn deer in headlights. Can't stare him straight in his face. Can't give him a straight answer. Shook and scared as I don't know what. Okay, quaking in his damn boots. Head turned this way, not giving him direct contact, stuttering and all of that, just like I am, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. I've been fumbling over some of my words, but y'all get it, okay? And so basically he just like, oh, well, can you tell me what happened? Finally, after going through freaking loop-de-loops. He gets out at least a part of it being a pharmacy. Well, what pharmacy? And of course, Cal says the damn Richardson pharmacy, which everybody in the world apparently knows about except for Donald, because he act like he was confused as to which one that was for a minute. And Cal is basically like, the one where Sharon was working, and how damn, Hunter was taking his behind over there, harassing her and all of that. And he's like, oh, this just gets worse and worse. Then we want to know, well, where are they now? What did you do with the damn drugs you had? Oh, well, sir, I honestly don't know. Okay, then we ready to tell Kyle to go ahead and take him out, shoot him right here if he don't give a damn answer in 2 seconds. But we get saved by the bell from that, because he finally gets an answer that Victoria's on her way to the bunker, and at this point he want to go tell her about that. Meanwhile, mind you, the funniest part is he's over here telling, Cal, well, we got to make sure that somebody's always here with the president and he don't get taken out, and we also got to find out where Victoria is, and we got to find Jason. But he don't once mention to Cal that we out of jobs while I was back there. Eli done fired my ass, so technically we not even still supposed to be on the premises right now. He never brings that up, not once, right? And so, Alonzo got a little bit of break after that. And of course, Cal was just pretty much still telling him, like, he's serious. What he mean, what he says, right? And if you don't got an answer for him by the time he come back, because I guess he don't want to tell him that Alan is actually the one that took it from him. And he does also admit that he did steal the drugs in the first damn place, which he had no business doing, because he didn't want them to know that it was for the president. And, Donald was like, are you freaking stupid? Yeah, he is. And just, right along with Hunter, because he told him Hunter was a damn idiot too, because he was saying, well, I had to do it, he's the president, so I can't tell him no. And he was like, no, he's not, he's a damn idiot. I said, he is, though. You can't lie about that. And you also can't lie when Eli told him, that man haven't did one damn thing that, since he been in the office. I said, well, he ain't lying there. That's the truth too, right? And so basically, when he found out where, Victoria was, he was leaving to go see what the heck was going on with her, right? And then, speaking of Miss Victoria, we get over to her because Simone was there trying to tell the damn, what the hell are they called? The Secret Service guys, like, do you know who I am? And he's like, of course I know who you are. She's like, well, then you can't keep me here. Yes, ma'am, I can, because you was over here trying to fight the damn first lady. And she's like, shit, she was trying to fight me first, okay? And so, of course, Victoria ends up telling him to step out and saying that they need to talk, but she don't want him to go far. She want him to stand right outside that door within the earshot of her, okay? And he's like, yeah, I got you. I understood. It's understood, okay? So we also had Alan over at the damn precinct, child, and they call him in the room, give me my lawyer, give me my lawyer. And I'm like, okay, Alan, yeah, that's smart. We always supposed to ask for our lawyer first. But then she's trying to tell him, I'm the prosecutor, and she tells the guy to go ahead and turn the camera off. And she's like, look, we know that you did not do this and that this was a setup. We are actually here from the vice president. And Alan over here talking about, ha, 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 ha. I'm supposed to believe that y'all came from the vice president. I'm really supposed to believe that the vice president sent you. You think I would believe something like this? What the F, And she said, well, we're not looking to press charges against you. We actually want to know what's going on, because this fentanyl has caused so many deaths. And the reason why we're here is that the president actually end up, taking the drugs or whatever. And then Alan is talking about no, that can't be, and you guys are saying that you're from the vice president. I don't understand. Why would he send you here? And I don't believe this for 1 second, right? I'm not into conspiracy theories and lies and all this other stuff. And she's telling him he can help them, and she's basically like, I don't believe this. This can't be right. This can't be true. And I'm like, is he just playing stupid, or is he really being stupid? She telling them that it's not in the public yet or whatever. And he's like, that's crazy. And she was like, I know it is. And so he still just keeps telling them that this can't be true. And then it just gets to the point where he's like, what the hell? He's like, nah, take me back to my cell. Take me back to my cell. Give me my damn lawyer. I don't want to talk to y'all. Take me back to my cell. Take me back to my cell. Take me back to my cell. So then they finally just like, yo, take him. And he's like, you sure? And it's like, yeah, go ahead, take him. And she pick up the phone and call somebody. We don't get to see who it is. And it's basically like, either you're going to have to come to him, or we're going to have to find somewhere that we could bring him to for him to talk to you because he's not believing what we saying. I said, child, okay. So now we get back to them, Victoria and them in the freaking bunker or whatever, and she's going on and on because Simone made me laugh. She was like, girl, you ready for me to beat your ass again? Okay, did you come in here to get another butt kicking? And she talking about some, no, I didn't come in here for that, but I do have a message for you. We do need to speak. So Simone is like, okay, let's go ahead and talk, girl. What the hell you got to say? So she's like, yeah, your husband just got, put in for president, girl. Okay, we had to go ahead and put him in because Hunter Bass done OD'd. And she like, what? Are you serious? And she said, yeah. So she was like, well, then I need to be out there with him. That means he needs me more than ever. And, they would not put him in without me being there by his side. She said, girl, no, he don't need to be by your side because I done thought about it and broke it down that if Hunter's out the way and your ass is out the way too, then, what would be better by his side is me. Okay, they're comforting him and stuff like that. So she like, what? What are you talking about? Because she was telling her, I just need you to sit there and be quiet and listen. This is some important information that you're going to want to go ahead and know. And so, when she was saying that he was sworn in and all of that, she's like, I would be the better person to be there with him. And, Hunter's incapacitated, and she's just like, oh my God, are you serious? And actually being concerned about it and forgetting about the whole fact that they had this argument and this fight for a minute. And then she's asking if he's going to recover. And she was like, oh, well, we don't know, but Eli is president for now, whatever. Child, Victoria flipped that thing so quick, like, yeah, but we gonna go ahead and get rid of you. Okay, you gonna disappear. You gonna take a nice little trip where you gonna end up having a freaking accident. Basically was saying the kids would be taken out too, which I was like, well, that ain't too hard to believe because she done took out her own. And even Simone said, oh, just like you did with Jason, and she basically got quiet. And she was like, but that's the difference. Eli would never do nothing to hurt our kids. She said, yeah, well, it's funny that you said that Eli wouldn't do nothing to hurt your damn kids, but you sure enough didn't say you, because you know that could happen, okay? Because she was like, what are you really trying to say? Where are we going with this? She over there talking about you had a terrible traffic accident or whatever. And she was like, you really think you could just go and take out people and there's not going to be no repercussions and nobody going to even care? So she's telling her how she's an evil bitch. And Victoria's like, yep, I sure the hell am. She was like, girl, she's telling her it can't be done. And she was like, girl, it's already done. And she was like, Eli ain't gonna let you do that. She was like, Eli's the one that told me to come and do it. I said, well, damn. Now that part, I don't know if she's telling the truth about it or not, but hey, I don't put it past Eli either. So, of course, Simone at first kept saying, like, this is impossible. You can't do this. The world wouldn't let it fly. But then she got to a point where she was like, okay, if that's what you saying you gonna do, then go ahead and do it, girl. Like, what the hell you coming in here talking to me about? And Victoria, like, coming back, like, I could talk about whatever I want to talk about, and I am going to do it. I don't need your damn, permission. You gonna be the one that's gonna be next. And Simone just kind of was like, yeah, okay, well, do what you gotta do. She talking about she'll be there grieving as the first lady and standing by her husband's side. I wanted Simone to get up and drop kick her ass, okay? But she didn't. She still just kept sitting there on the bed and was like, well, I'm glad you got all of this worked out. So, well, and Victoria talking about I do, and she like, well, great, then go ahead. What the hell we sitting here talking about? I said, I know that's right, Simone. Come on, girl. So, of course, Victoria ain't like that because she want to feel like she still got some type of authority, and I guess that she got Simone shaking in her boots. And she talking about he knows exactly where you at, and of course, that's the part that Simone is finding hard to believe, okay? She believes who Victoria is, but she's still sleeping on her husband. And I said, girl, he trash too, okay? He trash too, boo, all right? You're going to have to go ahead and take his ass down right along with her. She over here talking about some no, it's bullshit. And I'm like, no, girl, it's not, it's not, it's not, it's not, it's the truth, it's the truth, it's the truth, it's the truth, okay? So she was like, girl, he don't give a damn. He know where you at and he don't want to be bothered with you either. And she was trying to say that she was a liar. And Victoria was like, yes, I am a liar, honey, but I'm damn sure telling the truth, with this. And I am the devil herself. I said, Lord. So she went out and left her sitting there. And then Simone pulled something out. Now, it was not too clear what exactly that was. Was that something that could be used as a weapon, or was that something that she was actually recording? She was like, we'll see about that. She pulled it out from her shoe. I think it might have been that she was recording her that whole time. But we ended off the damn episode with Dell showing up at the hospital. He gonna talk about something. Kareem cousin. You can clearly see Kareem is out of it and, got his head bandaged up or whatever the hell. And she telling him he could still sit there for a minute. So far, he haven't woke back up. And, do he know what happened? And he's saying no. And then we see Kareem cousin walk in the room not too long after he's sitting there, and he talking about some you, and Zell's like, oh shit, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, y'all. But that basically was the episode, honey. Tell me what y'all thought, what y'all liked, what y'all didn't like, all that good stuff. Y'all know how we do it, all right? Break it on down in the comments. Anything that I left out, give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Whoo, child. Okay, till next time.